Hello there, welcome back to my channel. So today I have something very interesting for you. As the title suggests, conversations with my Seventh-day Adventist friends. Right? Conversations with my Seventh-day Adventist friends. The reason why I chose to do a video like this is because something transpired. I think it was today's Sunday. I believe it was sometime during the week. I don't remember, either yesterday or day before yesterday. Right? Yes, some things transpired. My last video that I uploaded, titled, "Does professed Sabbatarians actually keep the Sabbath?" The answer is no, and here's why. It seems that I might have pressed someone's button. You understand? One of them, it seems I pressed one of them button, and so they came on my Facebook Messenger and was basically saying quite a number of things. You understand? Which I think you will find interesting. But other than showing that conversation, it dawned on me, why not show a few more that I would have had with separate Seventh-day Adventists? Now, I've had dozens of conversations with Seventh-day Adventists. I've selected five of them to show you. Four of them are friends, are so-called friends, are acquaintance of mine, Adventists that I know personally. And one of them is basically from, is an Adventist, but not someone who I know. It was basically some comments coming from an Adventist from one of the Facebook groups that I posted my video to, that had present Seventh-day Adventists in it. Right? So that being said, check it out. Check out the first one. Yeah, so there you have it. There you have it. Which farmer Adventists have never experienced this before? Which farmer Seventh-day Adventist has never? Or every one of us can testify that we have received some of this somewhere or the other. But one thing is certain: if you challenge any one of them to a public debate, it's a 99% that they will say no. They themselves are not confident about what they believe, you know. You understand? They're not confident about what they believe, and they experience continual cognitive dissonance. And so, because they don't know how to react or how to deal with it, they're likely to flare, and do things like what this person actually did to me. Basically, she was cussing me out, you know, condemning me, and everything. You understand? She was basically trolling hard for the things for the things that she was commenting on my video to me about, chastising me for some things that I put on my post, you know, or that I put on my WhatsApp status. Yeah, she was chastising me for those things. And if you want to know what those things are, I'm going to show you the video personally, for what she was chastising me for. There were three videos, and I lost one of them. The second one I can't show it here, because if I do, based on the nature of it, you understand, YouTube will take it down, because it will be seen as discrimination. You know, just try and use your head and figure out what kind of discrimination Christians are being charged for. So I posted something like that on my status, and she thought it was not Christ-like, because as a Christian I should be condemning those things. You understand? So she was flaring with me. You understand? But as a Christian, I am not judgmental. You understand? I want all to be saved. I pity everyone in sin. You understand? And I don't look down on anyone regardless of their sin. You understand? But that's the difference between persons who are self-righteous, you understand? Yeah, and who have a false gospel. Because a false gospel, you know, always tend to cause persons who are ensnared in it to be self-righteous. So after 3 videos, I only have 1 remaining, and I'm going to show you the video that this person chastised me for. You're going to laugh. You're going to see that some of them, they are just self-righteous to the core. Have a look at the video.
You need someone like me. Let's do it. To satisfy your every need. Cause I don't see nothing wrong. Hey, nothing wrong. Little bit of bumping. Well, a little bit of bumping. Nothing wrong. Grind. Oh.
So there you have it. Just something that was just to be a laugh, you know. You understand? And this person is telling me, questioning my character as a Christian. Say, why you laughing at the man because the man don't have any teeth and all kind of foolishness. When I share the stuff what she said to me to different person, they were laughing like crazy. You understand? I shared some shit. She sent me some voice notes. And I shared with persons and they were laughing like crazy and saying, how can somebody be so self-righteous? It's just to give a laugh, you know, and this person was just condemning me left, right, and center for the thing that that I pose. Right? But that being said, if you think that's bad enough, I'm going to show you one more person who was condemning the lights out of me because of something that I asked him. Check it out. Okay, so there you have it. At the beginning of the first part of the conversation, I asked the person if they used to study at UTech because I wasn't aware of that. And as you can see, I didn't get a yes or no answer because the answer is really no, you know. You'll realize that the person said, the days that I work with you, no one could have tell me, etc., etc. You understand? You can go back and you will see that line. Because I actually work with this individual. So because I work with this individual, I know that they never studied at UTech. I'm not going to tell you how I know because personal things were told to me. So I'm not going to reveal that. Not even for the sake of showing a truth. I don't think it's right for me to reveal that publicly. But based on the things that this person tell me, I know for a fact that this individual did not study at UTech. UTech is one of the prestigious colleges in Jamaica. And this person doesn't study at UTech. This person work with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. You understand? I'm not going to say what they do because then it may be traced to who that person is. And I don't want to mar anyone's character. I'm not about that. You understand? So this person, we will tell her that the Sabbath should be kept, ass dead and cow fat. You understand? That's what they tell you, that the Sabbath should be kept, and yet still this person is giving false information about themselves. When you're signing up papers and so forth, because I did a lot of that, you know. Throughout a couple weeks ago, I had to sign paper and so forth, and I had to get JP to sign it to testify that the things that I put on it is true. You understand? As a Christian, you cannot be putting up Facebook profile and writing false stuff about yourself. That is breaking one of the commandments, thou shalt not bear false witness. But hey, I did say before, you know, I can backtrack that in my part 3 of Leaving Adventist. How they take other commandments. They don't take other commandments as serious as they do when it comes to Sabbath. And this is just further evidence, you know. This is just further evidence for you. I can give you a short clip on that. But because I don't want the video to be too lengthy, I'm just going to point you to which section of my video you can actually get that. You understand? Part 3. I'll put it in the comment section. Which how much minutes from where to where you can actually find it. This is what I'm talking about. When it comes to other commandments, it's not as important as the Sabbath for them. You understand? And when you read my part 3 coming out of Adventism, I have in the comment section as to the reasons why Sabbath is so important to them. You can check my other study COVID-19 pandemic and the SDA church. I have it in the comment section also, why the Sabbath is so important to them. I think I have it in my other two videos, right? That is Sunday or Saturday, titled Sunday or Saturday, and my other video, my previous video, does profess Sabbatarians actually keep the Sabbath? I have some comments in each of those videos that I mentioned to you that will tell you why they take Sabbath so serious as opposed to different laws. You understand? But nevertheless, let's check out the other conversation. Remember, in my previous video, does professed Sabbatarians actually keep the Sabbath? The answer is no, and here's why. I remember in one part of the video I was saying that even if, down to closer to the last part of the video, I was saying even if they manage to keep some of the rules, such as not lighting any fire, not traveling on the Sabbath, right, not working, etc., even if they manage to find some way to not do all of that and at the same time get to church, not paying transportation or anything of the sort, they're still going to have Isaiah 58 verse 13 to 14 to deal with. Not speaking your own words or having your own pleasure and having your own ways. You understand? So this person was having conversation with me and it wasn't anything religious. It wasn't anything godly. It was her own words, her own personal matters. It was business related stuff that this person was actually asking me about on her Sabbath. And this person chastised me several times, often mocked me and so forth with the things that I say, and yet still this person was actually breaking the Sabbath. And I told that individual, why are you having this conversation with me? Isn't it your Sabbath? And you hear what she said to me? She was so brazen to even say, your Sabbath? It's, you mean God's Sabbath? Just to show you how brazen she is. So from she saying it's God's Sabbath, you know that means say I'm obligated to keep it as well. And yet you see the hypocrisy. While she's breaking it, she actually have the audacity to remind me that it's God's Sabbath. Oh, but that's not. It gets better than this. I'm going to show you one more conversation here. I have two more, I saved the best for last. This individual, however, right, is not an Adventist friend of mine. However, he was commenting on something that I posted in a group that has Adventists. You understand? And at least I can appreciate what this person say. You understand? Because they were honest in some things that they say. But before I explain what they say, just check it out. Yeah, so there you have it, right? This person was very honest, you understand, and sincere in their responses and so forth. And so I can appreciate that they actually acknowledge. They don't deny the fact that none of them keep it, You understand? They don't deny it. What they said, is that they try their best to keep it, or they are trying. They're not there yet, but they are trying. You understand? Because the truth is, none of them, all they can say is that they're trying, And I appreciate the honesty of this individual, because that's all I can say. None of them can actually say they keep it, because they don't. You understand? What I'm hoping is that this fellow, I had to give him a like. You understand? Even though I still think that they should just leave it out altogether, because try all they want, they'll never be able to keep it. You understand? But I had to give them a like, because they weren't attacking, they weren't denying anything either, but they could have they gave their honest response and their best response, right? Which is to say, we are trying. You understand? And for that I can commend them. But I saved the best for last. The last person that I'm going to show you weren't as what let me try and find the word to describe this person. Yes, the last person that I'll show you will find that this individual isn't as praiseworthy as that last person that I show you. But before I get into what they say beforehand, check out the last conversation. Okay, so this person said some interesting things, some very, very interesting things. One, she said that I have a low self-esteem, right? And I'm going to tell you guys something, and I want you to judge for yourself. In Jamaica is known to have the most churches per square mile. I don't know if I actually say it right, but it have the most. It have the most churches. You understand? We are known to have the most churches per square mile. Or I'm not so good with those measurement kind of thing. You understand? And apart from that, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is the largest denomination in Jamaica. You understand? And here I am as a Lone Ranger challenging the largest denomination in Jamaica. Ask yourself the question, if anyone with a low self-esteem, you understand, would actually do something what I did. I asked her, if people with low self-esteem are generally bold, You understand? And her response to me is that I'm not bold. I'm fooling myself. This person, I don't know if it's to say this individual you can classify it as some form of illiteracy or something, but how can you not acknowledge that I am a bold individual? Most former Adventists wouldn't even dare to look to challenge Adventists. Most of them, there are so many of us, how many of them challenge Adventists publicly, like I do? If there is any former Adventists who are at the most risk, it should be us in Jamaica. Because we are basically in an ansness, the country that has the most Seventh-day Adventists. You understand? Even at my workplace, there are plenty Seventh-day Adventists. And to even do it, if you're a coward or you're a wimp, you can't do it. Do people with low self-esteem even have YouTube channel like this? You understand? This is how they are, They'll try to do every single thing to undermine what you're doing. When they realize that they can't challenge what you're saying biblically, they'll try to find all kinds of silly things to actually say and undermine what you're doing. I asked my girlfriend, who happens to have studied some counseling course. You understand? She actually got her degree in counseling. So if anyone should know about low self-esteem, it would be her. And based on what she tell me, my action doesn't exhibit one who actually has low self-esteem. You understand? It doesn't exhibit one who actually has low self-esteem. So, but let's get to the other stuff that this person said. She said that she used to respect me, but she doesn't respect me anymore because I don't have a mind of my own. And I do what people do. You know how many persons basically try to discourage me in actually having this channel? If I didn't have a mind of my own, I would have decided to do what they actually tell me to do. But instead, I basically defy what they said and do my own thing. If I was one who was privy, you understand, to not having a mind of my own and a people pleaser, would you find how many former Adventists you find will tell you bluntly and plain and straight and hard as how I do? You understand? When it comes to Advent, you notice that I don't mince words when I'm dealing with them. I tell you the hard truth. How many former Adventists would actually do what I do? And you call that following people? You call that following people? If I was one who follow people, I would be an Adventist to this day. I would have listened to them and remained in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So, as you can see, some baseless argument from this individual. And let me just make myself perfectly clear here. I am not looking any respect from any Seventh-day Adventist. You understand? Because it's just you used to respect me, but you don't respect me anymore. I'm not looking any respect. My challenge is not to gain the respect or the admiration of anyone. My channel is basically to give you the truth. You understand? That is the purpose of my channel. Not to make any friends and not to gain respect or admiration from no one. You understand? That speech alone is not the speech of someone who has a low self-esteem. People low self-esteem normally don't give a damn. You don't find people with low self-esteem who's going to say they don't give a damn what people say. Because people with low self-esteem oftentimes care what people say. And I do not care. If I did, I wouldn't be doing this channel. You call that low self-esteem? Laugh to myself. But let me tell you something about this individual. I'm going to try my best because, as I say, I'm not about exposing people. You understand? This individual, the classifications of my previous video does profess Sabbatarians keep the Sabbath. A lot of the things that I said fit this individual who came on Messenger and was talking to me. So I guess it may have cut her deeply because some of the things that I'm saying, she know that it is true, and so she couldn't help but to come and chastise me because she know that it's true. I'm not sure if she break up our follow grounds, you know. I don't know. But when I was in Seventh-day Adventist Church, I know that a lot of the things that I said actually fit this individual. When I was a die-hearted Seventh-day Adventist, I used to talk to her about the things that she do all the time on the Sabbath and so forth. So it looked like it cut her. This is just plain hypocrisy. What I'm always talking about, you know, hypocrites. You understand? And so, oh gosh. But you see, the last thing I want to say, you know, is that she was telling me about how all I do is talk about Seventh-day Adventist, Seventh-day Adventist, Seventh-day Adventist. You understand? That's all she could say. All I do is talk about Seventh-day Adventist. And you notice I asked her if she say what she say to her church members. And she didn't answer because she never go to them and say to them, say, all they say, talk about is Catholic, Sunday worship and so forth, which they talk about those things daily. You understand? But she never ever go to them and say that to them. And when I told her responses, two wrong don't make a right. Why am I following people? Just because at Seventh-day Adventist Church do it, that don't mean I must do it as well. You see how hypocritical this person is? Why is there a problem? You don't have a problem when your church talk about other people, you know. But you see, once anyone is talking about yours, it's a big problem. And this brings us to the video that I did. The thing I hate the most about cults. You understand? You can check out that video. The thing I hate the most about cults. I'm going to tell you what part of the video. You don't have to watch all of it if you don't want to. I'm going to tell you what part of the video you should actually watch. And you're going to see that this young lady actually proved my point in something that I said in the video. This is what I hate about cults the most. I hate it more than the false things that come from them. Is that they feel in themselves that they have a right to criticize other church and criticize other people teaching, live on their name and talk about the false teaching that they teach and so forth, but no one shouldn't do the same to them. You understand? And that's the thing I hate the most about cults. You understand? I do hope that you receive some validation from this video. You see for yourself, one Adventist was honest enough to acknowledge that they don't keep the Sabbath, but they're trying. You understand? And you see what we former Seventh-day Adventists has to go through every day. You understand? The cussing out and so forth. I can show you scores more, you know. I just handpick out those, you know, but there are actually more that I could show you. When they're ready to blast us, and the reason for them blasting us is because we are speaking out about the false teaching that they teach. They believe that they are right and everybody else is wrong, you know. So they should criticize other people's church and teaching, but you dare not do the same for them. Once you're doing that, you are considered as a devil. You are considered to be Balaam, like Judas, as I see one of them said to me, the devil. You understand? And all kind of derogatory things. They'll condemn you to hell once you try to challenge them. You understand? That's just the nature of Seventh-day Adventist. But take solace in knowing that you need not be fearful or have any guilt trip because of by anything they say. Because if Sabbath is to get any of us to heaven, we are all doomed. Since no one actually keep the Sabbath, neither can anyone keep the Sabbath in this day and age. Right? I end this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment where necessary, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon so that you can receive notifications whenever I make new uploads. And last but not least, share this video with whom you know will benefit from an amazing video like this. Bye bye now.